Gambling scandal in the NBA may have just proven one of the biggest sports conspiracy theories of all time. All right, now, if you're from my generation or you're a diehard basketball fan, you know that one of the biggest sports conspiracy theories ever is that Michael Jordan's first retirement was actually a secret gambling suspension from the NBA. Now, right around when MJ walked away from the game the first time in 1993, there was a lot of stories about MJ's erratic gambling behavior. Most notably during the 1993 postseason, right before Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks, MJ was spotted in Atlantic City on the blackjack tables throwing that cash around. That same year in 1993, MJ's golf partner, Richard Aquinas, put out a book that said MJ owed him $1.2 million in gambling debts from the golf course. So all of this led to the NBA investigating Michael Jordan for gambling in 1993, where he was conveniently cleared of any wrongdoing. However, what happened directly after that investigation? MJ retired, went and played baseball, totally sucked at it, and then came back like 18 months later and started his career back up, had another three.
Across the NBA, because here you have a sitting NBA head coach, a former Hall of Fame player that is arrested and involved in this, and Terry Rozier, an active player that has been arrested as well as part of sports gambling accusations. And it places at least two NBA careers here in peril. And for Chauncey Billups, a wire fraud charge, money laundering, each of those counts up to 20 years, and illegal poker game fixing. But also in this indictments, there were also examples where Chauncey Billups, at least one example where Chauncey Billups potentially, allegedly gave information on his team tanking two sports bettors. And Terry Rozier has been under investigation by the federal government for at least the last.
All right, guys. So normally it's usually a L for the WNBA. This week it's a L for the NBA. Yeah, it is.
Tough one.
Let's get into it. Quality.
This one is tough.
The question is, I have this this heavy. One, do you now, after this, think professional sports is rigged? And expound. Everybody else mute your mic. I hear something.
You starting with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. No, I do not feel like it is rigged, but I do feel like what we are witnessing today, that players will try to contribute to earnings in the gambling world. And this is probably one of the most alarming things I've seen in the NBA, because this is really sad, y'all. This really is hurting the integrity of the game. That is the real purpose why Rock is even asking the question. That's how much it's hurting the integrity of it. And I'm saddened by it, because you're talking about some prominent figures here with Chauncey Billups, one of the most, the NBA could have been in his hands as far as a commissioner at some point in his career. And now this, you wouldn't have never thought this. You wouldn't have never thought it from this particular guy. So that's why his name is big in it. But one more point before I land my plane, y'all. I want it to be known. I heard people trying to state that Trump had something, and I'm not trying to make it a deal of that, y'all. I'm just stating. I heard some people say that this was done, or Trump had something to do with that, and I completely disagree with that. I think that is such. I ain't big on the guy, y'all. I ain't no Trump lover or nothing like that. But come on, y'all. We're reaching at that point. We're reaching. So let's make that note. Last note. If you are willing to tell me Trump had something to do with this, then tell me the other people that were involved in it. Because right now, the biggest problem with it is you've shown me 3 black people. You're telling me in the goddamn mafia in the gambling world that those 3 people running that whole goddamn? No, there are more people involved. But why are you not plastering their faces all over the internet? Why are you not putting them on here? Why are you not showing us those people that had something to do with this? Because you cannot possibly tell me that those 3 black men were the only ones involved, and that is all that your evidence has came up with. You got to be fucking bullshitting me if that's what your message that y'all are putting out there. I do apologize, y'all, for my passion for this, but that shit pissed me off. It ain't just them 3. What the rest of these motherfuckers at? My plane down.
All right, now go, Rich. Now go.
Listen, I agree with all your sentiments, but here I go. You need a tinfoil hat for me. Ben, this is for you, my brother. Guess what's going on? This is the cover up. They not trying to let us see that Atlas thing coming through here, so they doing a distraction. All kind of bullshit. They even threw some water in Jamaica. You saw they make a thing happen in Jamaica. They getting all the. I'm like, hold on, man. All this shit happening real. You see what I'm trying to say? I know. Hey, that's just me with my tinfoil hat. I'm telling you, it's all bullshit. They cover. I'm just saying they don't want us to see. Ben, you see that, huh? Everything happening. I'm just saying. Hey,
I'm not gonna debate with you, Rich.
I know. I'm just. Hey, that's just my little tinfoil.
I don't agree, but I ain't gonna debate.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just. Hey, it seems strange. It just seems strange. You know.
My goodness, my nigga.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go in the middle, and then it's between you, Ben, and Coach Pink who want to go next.
Coach Payne, please go ahead. I'll go after you.
Yeah. Okay. So you go after me, Coach Pink. Quality. Never in my you're gonna go after me.
Okay.
Never in my history of watching sports or studying sports, because I started watching sports since Kaepernick, would I have ever thought that pro sports was rigged. But in 2025, and even before this incident, I knew it was rigged. I remember one time the government built a government bunker, and the question that they had said was, wait a minute, how are we going to build a secret bunker without nobody knowing? You want to know what their answer was? We built that motherfucker in plain sight. And they did. And nobody knew that it was a bunker. So here's where, and I can be wrong. It's conspiracy, right? I don't know. To me, this incident was the icing on the cake. Here's what made me convince me that the sports is rigged. Y'all know this is a good old, these are good old boy clubs. And they're very sensitive with their freaking brand. And they're very business orientated. When they started allowing betting, prize picks, and all that shit, you couldn't tell me it wasn't rigged. You don't think them sports team, them sports league is saying, you gonna give me some of that money? You don't think they ain't, man, ain't no way in hell. You think they gonna let DraftKings make all that money and you don't break them off something? That wouldn't be American. That's what made me convinced then, oh, this shit rigged, bro. Now, to what degree, I don't know. So I'm not saying that it's rigged to the degree to where, they're calling their own games or whatnot. But to some degree, I'm convinced that it's rigged some kind of way. Ain't no way these leagues with their good old boy owners who have shown forever that they so sensitive to their brand would sit there and just let other companies make billions of dollars, hundreds of millions, and they don't get nothing off of it. So if that's the case, if that makes sense, and they are getting a cut off of it, then that's rigged. That's rigged. To me, but that's my thoughts. I could be wrong. Coach Pink?
Okay. Yeah, this was shocking to hear that was going on. I I don't want to believe that this is rigged, but it's 2025. Anything is possible. I just want to wait to see what the outcome is going to be. So I don't want to say yay, it is, and then it's no, and I don't want to say no, it isn't, and then it is. I just hope that they're lawyered up. They have crossed all their T's and dot all their I's, because whatever's going on, what's done in the dark will be brought in the light, and it's gonna come out hard. And then since they want to put the black man in the spotlight, covering up for the white man, and they're gonna put the black man in front of it to get the pistol. That's all I got.
All right, and so now we're gonna go to Ben, and I also and also I want to say the reason why I didn't bring that part up. I guess I just accept that that's just what these damn was gonna do. So it's not that I don't acknowledge it. It's just it's almost like I know it's gonna get dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do I really have to say it's gonna get dark? I don't expect no change for the bastards, but go.
You already know it's there.
I know it's there.
Yeah.
I knew they weren't gonna
almost
show this motherfucker. Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, man. So everybody made points that match a lot of my sentiments. So even like with you, brother Rich, like, hey, to be honest with you, the only thing I really been paying a lot of attention to is 3 Eye Atlas. Over the past since July, that's what I've been having my eyes on it. I ain't missing a beat. I'm up to every latest update because in my mind, uh, until we get a verdict on what's really going on, that got my attention because ain't nothing on the planet bigger than that if that's what we think it might be. That's the number one thing in my opinion right now. Ain't nothing bigger than that. Now aside from that, like Rock, what you saying, Coach Pink, the parts about it being I think sports are rigged to a certain degree, and I think depending on the game or the sport, it's rigged in different ways. I think in like boxing, you have people go out and they'll box and both boxers out there doing their thing and the judges score it differently. You be like, how they get that score? Or in boxing, you might see two fighters go and it seems like one of them fell down a little too easy. It seemed kind of odd, you know. With football, basketball, it seemed like certain plays or calls where it's like, why would they be in that type of defense with the game on the line? He get that wide open. Like, how's that happen? So it's kind of like that's kind of weird, you know. Or you see players seem like they might fake an injury, you know. It just seems kind of weird. So I think it's all kind of different ways sports are rigged. So I'll say that much. And then with quality, hey, just the point that I've been making for the longest, man. Hey, I'm not saying we don't do stuff wrong. I'm not saying that we don't need to be held accountable. What I am saying is that it always seems like we got to be the face of everything going wrong in this nation. It's always us. They find a way to throw us in the mix. They find a way to throw us up in the mix, and we always got to we have to counterbalance, and we always got to do something. We have to do something to defend ourselves. And then when we defend ourselves, you know, it's always we blaming them for this. I'm like, nah, we ain't blaming nothing. It's just we always gotta do something to show the world and to show ourselves that that's not us. It's like, damn, why we just can't be? How you gonna have? How you gonna have? And I haven't even been following the story enough to give all the details, but I have been seeing mentions of the mafia. You know, I don't know what Trump how he got thrown in the mix. I don't even know. But all I'm saying is you got these mafias involved with this gambling. But all of a sudden, why is Chauncey Billups' face on the front of it? What are we talking about? Why his face? Just like the thing with Johnson and Johnson. Why all the health issues that it costs people around the planet? Well, let's just say United States, with all these different illnesses and all the things that they've been, you know, sued for. Why the CEO is not on the code? Why they got Diddy on there? Why does that always happen? So, hey, like I've been saying, Yeah, I'm about holding people accountable. You know what I'm saying? And our people first. But at the same time, like Rock, you just said a minute ago, and I understand what you're saying. It's not even a debate. I get it. You like, hey, you said, hey, you expect them to do certain things. My whole argument is the fact that we expect them to do certain things is a problem. We expect it. That's a problem. Why like we got to fight so many different wars on different fronts. First, we got to fix ourselves. I get it. We got to fix ourselves. That's like priority number one. Then it's like at the same time you got to fight the nature of something else, and it's like God, dog, we just can't focus on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to be thrown as a picture of everything going wrong? Something to this big. Look how big this is. The only look,
Look
I
who
would say
face
this
they got.
much.
Look who face
I
they
would
got.
look the face they got on the front of it. Like, what are we talking about?
What
Chauncey
are we
Billups.
talking about? You
So
they
hey
couldn't
man,
have done that. They couldn't have done that by themselves. There's no fucking way. So it's somebody bigger than them behind
Yeah,
it.
they
But
letting us know they didn't. They letting us
bro,
know.
you know what I saw?
why
You know
they
what I
gotta
saw?
blast it over the TV though? Because
Yep.
the
Let me see.
crowd
Hold on. You know what I saw?
excuse me. I'm sorry.
I saw I saw they showed the technology that was being used, some X-ray glasses or something.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me, and I ain't putting nothing past nobody, but you mean to tell me the likes of a Chauncey Billups? I'm not saying he's not intelligent, but I'm saying look what he does, right? He's a coach, right?
Yeah.
He's a coach.
An NBA coach. You mean to tell me he got behind in some kind of technology that will put him well above whatever coaching would do. He's involved in technology like that on his own.
Mm-mm.
On his own.
On his own. That's what he's involved in technology that gives you X-ray vision to read cards. That's how deep he is in it. Come on, man, let's be for real. And if he got that, what you think Vegas got?
Hmm.
Yeah, Vegas rigged. That's why I say you can't tell. I'm totally convinced sports is rigged, bro. You think because Vegas rigged? It's like
I,
I'm so convinced now. Draft
I may
picks,
want to be on the
14.
side. I just don't want to be believe. I'm that
Yeah,
might be the problem with me, Rock.
yeah,
I may not just
yeah.
because I love it
Because
so
you
much.
love
I
it.
may not want to believe it, and then I
Yeah,
played it, so I understand
yeah,
the grit and grind that goes with playing these sports. So
yeah,
because I was so
yeah. And I totally agree.
involved in playing in it, and I'm
Oh,
involved in it to even to do. I'm
yeah,
involved in it. So, but man, it hurts, man. It hurts because the integrity is really compromised right now.
yeah. Now, Ben, let me ask you this. Uh, my dad used to tell me this, man, when I was started driving and stuff. He say, "Look, son, you get stopped by the police, you cut your car off, cut your lights on, have your ID and your insurance, and put your
Roll the
hand on
windows down,
and roll the windows down."
turn on the lights inside the car.
I
Yeah.
said, God dang, Dad, I said, why I gotta do all that? You know what he said? Because your ass black.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, with it. Because
I'm
I'm
saying that too.
look,
But
you know
Rob,
we're from the same cloth.
hey
But
Rob, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying right there. You got to do all these things because you understand what you're up against. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying right there.
yeah.
What? Look. This is so. Look. So I'm gonna relate this to something
Go
else.
ahead. I wanted to add to it though.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So to swing over to this whole scandal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we got to dig deeper, right? So you would ask, okay, why is it that they won't show the pictures of these fake drug, these Gambino and Genovese and stuff like that? See, what y'all got to understand is it's not so much that they don't want to, and
I know what you're gonna say.
it's not so much that it's a racial thing. People understand they ops. See, they know they can kill them. We not as big a Chauncey Billups ain't as big of a threat. Johnson Billups don't necessarily have somebody that can kidnap you and then drop you off at the same meat shop and use that same meat cleaver to grind your body up and get rid of the evidence. They know they got that. So, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more complex than just race sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I think that with that being your point, and I don't disagree with that,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking so. And you know what? I don't like to always have to go back to the racial component. It just is always it just is there, right? It's not like it's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I think that I'm not gonna say it's because we are black. I'm saying it's because black people aren't in positions to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like we're like the pigeon. You know what I'm saying? We're like we really can't defend ourselves as others can. It's not like an inherent issue because of who we are. I just think that's just where we are right now in the current world. You know, as far as in current day and age, the power that we have doesn't grant us the type of results that would stop them from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna plaster, like you said, whatever crime boss family name where they know there's some get back involved with it, but they can with us. And I don't think it's because we're black. I'm saying the fact that us right now in our current time, we don't have the resources to inflict that kind of damage, you know, due to our lack of unity, lack of resources, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Lack of a
I mean,
uh,
and Michi was making $100 million a year. That's pretty enough. That's enough to supply a small fucking army.
yeah, but so I think so. Look, even with the money, so but check this out, Rock. I don't even think it's a money thing. I think it's just how people move.
But
How
money,
how how, the, how the people that they have, like the heart of the people.
yeah.
Not saying
But
we don't
that's
have
my,
heart, but they have a different way of
yeah.
like people had enough unity amongst themselves to say we're willing to die for the race.
And that's
Whereas,
the point.
okay,
That's my point. We can if we can pay hitters. Let me tell you something. One thing I know about a hitter, they don't care who you want them to take. But when the price is hardly ever on their head, what can we do about it? The hitter only doing his job. That hitter gonna hit who you want him to hit.
yeah,
It for some reason we'll put those guys in power. They'll put the money to go put a hit on everybody but them guys. That, you know what I'm saying?
I think there were two times in our history in the United States that we were considered a actual threat. I think it was during the times of Marcus Garvey, and I think it was during the civil rights era with the Black Panthers. Them
Yeah.
was the two times where we were so powerful as a people, we wasn't going for it. So they had to create COINTELPRO. They had to put all these different charges on Garvey to get him sent out of the United States, and all these things was occurring during that time to like they say to stop the rise of the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
But I think since then, you know, we haven't been that actual threat to where they felt like, yeah, leave them alone because we don't want this to happen. So yeah, I don't
Well,
disagree
I
with what
mean,
you're saying.
yeah, I agree. And that's why I say one of the lessons that I think sometimes we haven't seemed to learn yet is we can't move that loud. Yeah, we was a little loud. Yeah, but that's what's up, man. Good shit. All right.
Quick
Get
point to
on
what
what?
TBN was saying. Quick point, right
Okay.
quick, Rock.
Yeah.
TBN, you were stating that it's unfair that we have to go through all the loops and loopholes because the fights that we have to fight. That also, and this is probably bad what I'm saying, because that also speaks to the resilience of the people that we are. Because in most
Yeah,
fights that we have to fight, we're gonna always have to fight more than just the regular fight. There's always gonna be
true.
other stuff that we fighting along with that fight that makes us that resilient. But by me saying that, it also is pointing out that it's not right, but yet we're still doing it, and that's what makes
Yeah,
us kind of, it's a really messed up situation.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
And
Yep.
I gotta add to this too, man. Because we gotta call it out too. Chauncey Billups failed us, bro.
He did. I can't lie. He did. I had so much higher expectations for him.
Yeah, he failed us, bro. Like we talking
Yeah,
about, he could have been he was on the road to being a
Commissioner.
really? See, I didn't even know all this. I didn't even know all this.
Man, that boy was in line to be the commissioner of the NBA, bro.
He is
Really?
a very intelligent dude from a player's aspect all the way up his career in the NBA to now him being a coach. He had a prominent career in the NBA as far as going very, very high.
So now I'm wondering, because I didn't, like I said, I ain't really been keeping up with basketball since Kobe passed away. I haven't really been into NBA like that. Not even to get in, even if I was, I don't know how deep I would have got into the politics and who's that, but I didn't know Chauncey Billups was like this key figure in the league like that to even be considered as a commissioner. That's so now I'm thinking, why him?
Well, and see that go a great point. That's a great point. Why him? So now at this particular moment now, instead of us, because we kind of are doing this in a sense, although we're doing it because this is what we've been hearing. We've damn near convicted the man before he's even been convicted. So we got let me, and I will apologize first because I've done it. I'm doing it. So I'm not pointing out any of y'all. I'm
gonna say this.
So I'm gonna apologize first. Yeah, we shouldn't do that. Let's
let
this play out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna apologize. Y'all know me. I love to do my best to do research. File the arraignment is public information. I read it. These the feds, bro. They've been watching them for 5-6 years.
Damn.
It's pretty much they just sat there and watched them commit crimes, break laws, robbery, extortion, assault. Not Chauncey, not the violent stuff, but they've been watching these that man, bro. Y'all gotta read it, bro. It's public information.
Hey, so Rob, let me ask you this because you more up on it than I am, so you can educate me. So would it be out the picture to consider is Chauncey Billups a fall guy?
Yeah, that's always the case. Hell yeah, that's always the case.
So it was he being extorted? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like, is he in a position to where he had to take the fall, or is he like one of the ringleaders of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why him?
We don't know, and that's the part right there. Why I say we have to really be mindful of not convicting them before we actually get there, because we don't know.
One of the reasons is this. Okay, first of all, they arrested over 30 players, and they actually only showed 3 NBA players on TV. So it's other black people involved, it's white people involved, and everything, right?
And make sense. But go ahead, Rock. I'm sorry.
One of the reasons was his position. He was the head coach of an NBA team.
Yes.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's heavy, bro. So that played I'm sure that played a part in it too. You know what I'm saying? And then you talking about it, somebody who was held to such high regard. And I read the arraignment, and I mean, bro, y'all, they got wiretaps on them, bro. Giving injury reports.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to swallow, man. It's hard. I hate to see it, bro. He looked like us. You know what I mean? So, but
that's why it hurt, because he looked like
us.
That's
why it hurt. Yeah, it hurt. Bro. It hurt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And just outside looking in, just looking at the situation, it just bothers me that he got to be the one that they got out in front, man. Like, golly.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't care. He shouldn't have been doing this shit, though.
At that point, TBN, I gotta give him accountability. My favorite word. I gotta give it to him. He involved. So that
he is involved. He's involved.
He put his face on the goddamn front of it because he's involved. Had you not involved yourself, you ain't the one that we looking at. So I gotta hit him with the accountability.
So
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna throw something out there. You might have to give him grace based on what we all just, what the sentiment is. We don't know the extent of his involvement and what made him do what he was doing. He could have been, like I'm saying, could have been, because I could be all the way off. He could have
Right.
been being extorted himself. He could have been put out there to say, "Hey, you're gonna do this. And if you don't do this, uh, good luck starting your car up." I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
But
I don't
but
know,
but
man.
but do I owe him enough grace to look for that though?
We don't. I'm just saying we don't know.
And
Based on,
I'll question this part. I consider him too intelligent of a man to get kind of put in that particular situation.
yeah, you gotta give him
And maybe
accountability.
I'm
I
giving
agree.
him too much
Yeah,
respect on that particular part, but I just give him too much,
yeah.
And
intelligence.
then
He's
and
too
then you
intelligent
gotta
for
look
that.
at this too. There are illegal mobs and there are legal mobs. No, the NBA is a powerful motherfucking entity, dog. If it's any job or company that I would trust to protect me, it's the NBA. They know,
The trust to protect you.
Mm-mm.
Is that what
yeah.
you said, Rob?
Okay,
Mm-mm.
so somebody called me and say, "Yeah, we're gonna extort you or kill you. We need you to call some games." Then I'm calling the NBA commissioner. Hey, look, what? Because they gonna protect their brand. They gonna
Yeah,
protect their.
I think that's
The
what he means
Jewish
right there.
man.
Not protect him, T-Ben, but protect their brand. Because I think that's what he
Exactly,
more or
and
less
that
saying.
means
Yeah.
protect him. They gonna
Well,
protect.
Mm.
well, in that particular situation, I see why you're saying it that way, but they're not necessarily going to protect him.
Him.
They're
I mean, however
protecting
you
what's
want to
best for
call it,
them.
they're gonna protect their investment because they
Right.
know that's a problem. Because here's what I'm saying: if they don't protect that coach, then that means they at risk of losing money off other coaches being extorted. You got to
You do
remember,
you think you
you
think
don't
you let me ask you this, Rob. Do you think the mafia or whoever, like, at this level, is less powerful than the NBA will be?
the most powerful motherfuckers on this planet is a white boy, not the mob. They get taken down. History has shown that the white boy gonna
It's,
win in the end, though.
it's all, but I'm saying it's all different kind of mobs, bro. The Jewish mob, they consider themselves white. I'm
Okay, but
saying that.
they is a mob too, bro. They all interconnected. If that's the case, they friends. So if Chauncey would have said, "Hey, bro, this man, some motherfuckers calling me, threatening my life, telling me to call some game," they gonna protect him, bro. Why
I
would
don't
you?
know about it. Maybe, I don't know.
And you still frozen, Mike Rock. I don't know if
Oh,
you
for
noticed.
real?
Yeah, you still
God,
frozen. You've been
dang, hold
frozen
on.
for a hot little minute right now. There you
Hold
go.
He,
on.
Wait.
my,
There you go. You came
Oh, okay,
back
hold
quick.
on.
What's y'all thoughts, Coach Pink and Rich, man? We've been over here yapping about this. We
Can y'all
dicking it,
see me
y'all.
now?
Yeah, but now you sideways.
he stayed on my side. Maybe I'm
That's
tripping.
straight.
Okay, well, maybe it's just me.
All
Nah,
right,
see, I
3 minutes
ain't.
now. We got to get to the P shit. We got to get to the verses, bro.
Yeah. We ain't gonna make it.
3 minutes now. Who want to go? 3 minutes. We got to get to the verses.
This is a lot. I feel they're just pushing him because he's a black man. He's highly respected, and they just need to have somebody to be looked at right now until they figure out what they're trying to do. But he is part of it. Whew. When everything is blown up, it's gonna be a lot.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot, and
Yes.
it's gonna be more people than we could even imagine. And people's eyes gonna be bucked out because they're gonna be like, "I can't believe it. This person's this," but we have to think about this first of all. He put his pant leg one leg at a time, just like everybody else does.
Exactly.
So just because he has money and we think he's a certain way, he's still trying to make more money.
Yeah.
He's still trying to figure out what he can do to do things. So
Agreed.
I don't put anything past anybody.
Gotcha.
And not all money's good money, and then he's gonna have to realize it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I just will hope he's lawyered up.
Yeah. All right, Rich, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We got to get to this verses.
Oh, go ahead. Go to the verses.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
off
Y'all
that.
ready? All right,
Yeah.
mute your mic, baby.